Well, hello there. Welcome to Turn It Up Thursday. This is your Friday Eve personal development session, and I am your host and coach, Karen, Coach KG Gilliam. So, empowered greetings to each and every one of you. This is a pre recorded message. I'm unable to be live with you today because I am still uh, helping my daughter recover from her surgery from last week. So I didn't want to miss an opportunity, but she is very important and priority for me right now. I also have to sort of do some things that she normally does with her children, and so, and since she's not able to do that, I am doing it. But you also are a priority. That's why I'm recording this, and rather than cancel, that way we can continue with our completion of Dr. John Maxwell's book, Put Your Dream to the Test. So, yes, we've been in this book for quite a while now, and here we are to this Saturday will be the 1st of July, the second half of 2023. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? So, you know, it is truly time to turn it up. We have gone through this book to realize that what we thought was dreams and how to pursue dreams is deeper than just thinking about it and talking about it and fantasizing about it. I know people, including myself, who have had dreams for a long, long time, who can relate, but you still have unfulfilled dreams. And that's what we're going to talk about today in the question, the fulfillment question. That's what we're going to talk about. Why do you have unfulfilled dreams? But the question that Dr. Maxwell puts to us in the dream test is, does working toward my dream bring satisfaction? So that's what we're going to talk about today. And if you are watching this pre recorded message live, please let me know who you are, where you're viewing from. And then later on, I will go through the comments and respond. And also, don't forget, share this. Share this with other people who may have some unfulfilled dreams. You know, you just put them on the back burner, you forget about them. Something may spark them for a little while, but that spark goes out. I'm here today to share this section of your dream map with you to keep the fire burning, to keep that spark to become a raging fire in fulfillment of your dream. You've heard me say, we are no longer just dreamers. We are dream builders, and now we are fulfilled dream builders. Okay, Coach KG, you are throwing around this word fulfillment, and I'm actually going to break it down for you today. But first of all, I want to say this: it doesn't make any sense to pursue a dream that you could care less about. That's, to me, that's a nightmare. If you find yourself being miserable in a pursuit of what you thought was a dream, um, and you're miserable about it, then it sounds like a nightmare. You know, we don't like nightmares. Nightmares wake us up in the middle of the night. We're sweating and we're anxious. And no, Dr. Maxwell stated that fulfillment and purpose go together. So your dream should bring you fulfillment and you should be on purpose. So before we keep going on this segment of your dream map, We talk about you are here, we survey the terrain, we ask for directions, we give life to the map, and we journalize. But before we do that, let's break down this fulfillment. What is fulfillment? What is fulfillment? Even in the comment section, you tell me what you believe fulfillment is. What synonym comes to mind? Or if you've got a sentence or a couple of sentences that you want to write down, put those in the comment section. All right. So I can read those later, because I'm all about you have to understand and know the meaning of the word rather than using it and not knowing the meaning. You understand? So, what is fulfillment? Well, the dictionary definition is the achievement of something. So, I want you to write this down. Fulfillment is the achievement of something desired, promised, or predicted. Got that down? All right. Now, it mentioned satisfaction. The question says, does working toward my dream bring satisfaction? So, satisfaction is reaching a desired goal. We are breaking this thing down. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So, here we are. We're breaking this down. It's also taking the necessary steps to complete a goal. So here are some synonyms for fulfillment: achievement, attainment, contentment, gratification. Did you use any of those words when you put what you believe fulfillment was in the comments? Did you use any of those? So that is what fulfillment is. To go back to the dictionary definition, it is the achievement of something desired, promised, or predicted. Dr. Maxwell said God doesn't make mistakes. I know he doesn't. He designed each and every one of us to fulfill a purpose in which we would help other people. Do you understand that? You were created with a fulfilled purpose inside of you. You were equipped with talents, gifts, strengths to reach the achievement on purpose. Absolutely. So I want you to even start thinking of yourself differently than you have been. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Know that God didn't make any mistakes and He designed you for a fulfilled purpose. Now, maybe, just maybe, by the end of this section of this book, and if you have not gained fulfillment toward what you stated as your dream, you have to have what I call bounce back ability, BBA, the courage to go back to the ownership question and spend a little more time to make sure that, is the dream really yours? Or is your dream someone else's? So let's say we are on this map. We're creating this dream map. With each one of these questions, we do the same process. So you are here. What was your score? If you scored a 9 or a 10, this isn't for you. This section right here, you're ready for the next part. But if you scored less than a 9, retake right now. Just stop, go back. Retake the post dream test. All right? Because we've already gone through 8 of the questions in the post part of this book in creating the dream map. So make sure your score, now that we've gone through 8 of the questions, may have changed. If you scored 9 or 10, kudos to you. You are on the path. You are on that journey for the fulfilled dream. And that dream should bring you much satisfaction, because one thing for sure, it shouldn't be all about you. Let me just tell you that. I know you have dreams of things you want to have, things you want to be, places you want to go. That is only part of it. Your dream is to help other people. So, on page 279, for those of you that have the book, um, Dr. Maxwell, in the You Are Here section, has 5 statements. I am willing to give up my idealism in order to make my dream become reality. I understand that the pursuit of any significant dream leads one into a difficult learning curve, and I'm ready to face it. I am ready and willing to work for years or even decades. Come on now, that's me. To achieve my dream, because it is that important to me. I am willing to make discoveries about myself a goal on the way. You're not going to get away from the dream on the way to your dream, because I know it will help sustain me. The more you know about yourself and the discoveries you make about yourself, the more that will just be uh, fuel as you pursue that dream. I enjoy the pursuit of my dreams so much that even if I fail, I will consider my life to have been well spent. All right. Now, if you had to go back because you scored less than a 9, when you went back to take that test again, the post test, compare your 2 scores. And the second and the fourth statements will indicate a willingness to gain fulfillment from growth. And haven't we been talking about growth? We're talking about we're about to enter into a year growth plan. So that is going to give you the willingness to gain fulfillment. Now, let's survey the terrain. What kind of terrain are we working with? So make a list. This is part of your success work for today. Make a list of things in life that give you the greatest fulfillment. Again, what is fulfillment? I may sound like a broken record, but it's important. The achievement of something desired, promised, or predicted. What are your greatest fulfillments so far? After you complete that list, consider how you can connect those favorite activities in the pursuit of your dream. This is surveying the terrain, the way we are going. Now it's time to ask for directions. That's the next segment of our dream map. When we ask for directions, who do we ask directions from or of? We ask directions from a successful person that you admire, who seems to be very or highly content in their work. So you're going to ask questions of someone who you believe is successful and that you admire, and who seems to be in pursuit of that fulfilled purpose. Plan to ask questions related to how fulfilling that person's work is. Ask them, does what you do bring you fulfillment? And ask how they dealt with different aspects of fulfillment. What did they do when they didn't feel what they were doing was bringing them fulfillment? These are just some suggestion questions. And keep notes. I mean, if you can't write fast enough, you've heard me suggest get an app on your phone of a recorder, ask permission of whether you can record them during your interview, and then record. And you can go back, you'll have it forever, as long as you keep the app and you just listen to it. Okay? All right, now let's give some life to this map. In giving life to the map, I don't want you to think that fulfillment is solely a function of the right dream. Devote some time, as Dr. Maxwell suggests, considering the role that attitude plays in fulfillment. Oh, come on now. Come on. What is your attitude toward pursuing the fulfillment of your dream? Assess your attitude. Write down specific ways you can improve your attitude. And I'll tell you one right now. One way to improve your attitude is to have an attitude of gratitude. Be grateful. When what people ask me, I'm out and about, how are you today? I'm great, and for that, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everything. And it's because of that attitude of gratitude that I have a positive attitude toward everything that I'm doing, even if it's not something I want to do. I mean, come on, let's be honest. But when you have an attitude of gratitude, that will improve your attitude and make the pursuit more enjoyable. So that's how you give life to this dream map as it relates to fulfillment. Now, we said those that discovered, America or land or islands or whatever, those people kept a journal of everything they went through, what they encountered, where they went. This journal for you on this dream map is you spending the next several days or weeks reflecting and writing about the fulfillment issue. So I'm going to give you, for those of you that do not have the book, those of you that have the book, page 280, is the questions sort of prompt you in your journal writing. Those of you that do not, I'm going to take 3 or 4 of these, and maybe that will prompt you to come up with your own questions to journalize about. So here we go. Which is more important to you, the journey or the destination? Not a trick question, and answer it as it pertains to you. Which is more important to you, the journey or the destination? And give a reason why. Don't just say the journey or the destination. Why? Remember how the why trumps the how and the what. You've got to know the why. All right? Another question. What is your attitude toward the length of time your dream is likely to take? What's your attitude? You know, we got to get rid of the stinking thinking, right? The head trash. You know how I am about that, because the mindset will be the setup for your journey. The mindset. You've got to get the right mindset, all right, for your journey. All right, let me choose a couple more. What part does failure play in achieving success? What part does failure play in achieving success? And the last question, and hopefully, like I said, it'll prompt other questions for you to journalize about. In the past, have you been too idealistic? I was. I was very idealistic. But now the blinders are off. The mindset is right. I have a I will, I must, I I can, I will, I must attitude. I can, I will, I must attitude. What a way to live. So even if all aspects of my dream do not come true before it is time for me to leave this earth, the process so rewarding, because I can promise you I've left clues and markers along the way as part of the legacy. All right. So, what have you learned about yourself? Include that when you journal. And when you plot this course to reach the level of fulfillment in the pursuit of your dream, if you find you're still struggling with it, I'll be honest with you, get some help. Some things you might want to consider: is it the wrong dream? Do you have a poor or bad attitude? Do you have unrealistic expectations? Are you immature when it comes to emotions? Or because do emotions govern you? Is it a violation of your values? Those are some things to consider if you are not ready to pursue that fulfilled purpose. Whoever you get to help you, maybe it's the person that you ask for directions. Ask them to give you an action plan so you can turn this thing around. Because I tell you, there is nothing better than being on a journey of a fulfilled purpose. A fulfilled purpose. Dr. Maxwell said, fulfillment and purpose go together. I want you to live your life with fulfilled purpose. All right? All right. So we have one more, chapter 10, question 10, the significance question. Does my dream benefit others? And that will be the end of our uh, going through Dr. Maxwell's book, Putting Your Dream to the Test. Probably the longest test you've ever taken, but it is so worth it. Um, so again, thank you so much for being here. Please comment so I can come back later and read all the comments, share the video, be encouraged. And as you know, let me pull up. We've been talking about the 1 year growth plan. I am preparing um, a journal that you will be able to purchase for a very nominal fee called Just Me. And there's going to be over 100 questions. I mean, this is a 1 year growth plan. And I'm telling you, the only way you don't grow is that you just don't pursue this. And we'll be talking about it. Um, and so, what is the growth plan, Coach KG? Well, read 2 books related to each strength. Now, where do you find your strengths? This book right here, Strength Finder 2.0. Okay, you're going to find out what your top 5 strengths are. And then, in the course of this 1 year growth plan, you are going to read 2 books related to each strength. And I share with you, mine are communication, um, positivity, woo, empathy, and maximizer. Those are my top 5 strengths. So, in this growth plan that I'm going right along with you, all of us, if you're not growing, you dying. Let's just be honest. Um, I'll find 2 books that I will read related to each strength. Second part, plan an interview with an expert in your number 1 strength. My number 1 strength is communication. So I will be interviewing an expert in the area that I believe is a great communicator. All right. And then 3, listen to 1 podcast every week related to your top 5 strengths. I went on there last week, put in one of my strengths, and podcast came up because they, not the whole podcast, but they had a segment on one of my strengths, and I listened to it. So I already do that, but I will continue to do that in the process. So you want to stay tuned for when I will announce when the journal will be available, and then also share it with other people that you feel could benefit from a 1 year growth plan. All right. Now, thank you again. I want you to have a great weekend. Um, I've got big plans, and along with taking care of my daughter. Um, I have a grandson playing in a bowl game where college scouts will be watching. He's a rising senior, and it'll be a football game. So I will be doing that this weekend. Monday, I will be celebrating year 66, 66 years young this coming Monday. And of course, we've got 4th of July. I'm a firecracker baby, almost a firecracker baby. So I'll be celebrating with my family. So until next week, and it is my hope that I will be here with you live. But know, as you are watching this pre-recorded message, the spirit is still the same. I love you. I care about you. And I want you to have that fulfilled purpose. So have a great week. And I'll see you back here next Thursday on what? Turn it up Thursday. Turn it up because we want the maximum for our lives. We want to live with our lives on purpose and by design. Thank you so much. Have a great day.